Hello, everyone, and welcome to Hamilton Radio. I'm honored to be co-hosting John Terlizzi's show with him as soon as he gets back. We're having a little tech issue, okay? Terlizzi's on Doo Wop and Golden Memory Show, okay? And we have Doc G from Hamilton Radio hosting also for us. And I want to introduce our star guest. Everyone knows him as Gerald Fanfarelli. I call him Jer. Some call him Jerry. This amazing guy right here. We all love him. Jer, welcome to John Terlizzi's Doo Wop and Golden Memory Show.
Well, thank you for having me. It's a pleasure.
So while we're waiting for John to get back in, tell the audience a little bit about your journey here.
Well, my journey started when I was about 7 years old. I lived in a two-family house in the city of New Haven, and my grandparents lived downstairs. Of course, my aunt, who lived with them, is exactly 10 years older than me. So when she would come home and after work, she would pop on these fantastic things called 45 records. I was only 7 years old, right? I didn't really know much about music or anything at that point. And I just was so enamored with the sound. So I would run from upstairs, the second floor, I'd come down and I'd hang out. And she had this thing called a Victrola. That's what it was called.
Yes.
And, I would listen to those records over and over and over again until they wore out. And I knew at that time I was going to have a career in music.
1 second, Jer. Hold on. John,
Yeah.
you have to turn the speaker of the phone off. You have to hold the phone up, kiddo.
Okay.
Okay, turn your speaker off. Okay, continue, Gerald.
Yeah, so like I said, I was completely and totally enamored with these songs. And some of the artists, the Cleftones, the Rays, Five Statins, Larry Chance and the Earls, all the different doo-wop groups, And I could listen to the music and know that the words, they cut me deep. I mean, I just felt that these words were so meaningful. And I knew that at some point in time, I didn't know when, but I was going to really start to do this music. And when I was about 8, the Beatles came to America, and every kid wanted a guitar. And my parents said, absolutely, you're not a guitar.
But hold on. I'm sorry. John, you have to take your phone off speaker. You have to hold it to your ear.
Oh, okay. Okay.
Okay, Gerald, continue.
Yeah, so everybody wanted a guitar. My parents were dead set against it. They didn't really want me to have a guitar. And so eventually they got me some kind of a toy guitar, a plastic guitar. And I started making music with it. And they said, geez, maybe we should get them some lessons. And they did. And I took it seriously. When all the young kids were out there playing softball and basketball, I was in the house, practicing the guitar, And it became like a lifestyle for me. I really enjoyed the music. And I started my first band when I was 12. And we played a Cub Scout blue and gold dinner. That was the first gig I ever played. And at the end of the show, I went up to the guy and I said, we're all done now. Are we going to get paid? And he said, kid, I gave you guys a meatball sub. What else do you want?
Okay, that's funny. Go ahead.
So that was the first payment that I got for the first show that I did. But after that, my life would be led in different directions. Once I got married, my first wife, she really didn't really care for me playing out too much. So I kind of put it on the back burner for a while. And but I knew that I wanted to go back to it again, And in the meantime, I became a fireman. I was a fireman in the city, New Haven, for 20 years.
You're a hero. Go ahead.
I loved what I did. I would do it all over again for free if I could. But and during that time, I had a little side group too. I also play jazz guitar as well. So we had a little jazz trio, and that was great. I really enjoyed it. But I always had this yearning, this desire to go back to the original songs that that touched me so deeply. And after I graduated, after I retired from the fire department in 2010, I decided that I was going to go into music full time. And it took me a while to get the guys that I have now, because it's hard to get the right mix of guys. They all have to be on the same page. Everybody's got to be pulling in the same direction. And if they're not, it's not a good fit. The band doesn't work. But I found these guys through process of elimination, really. And I finally got these guys in one room. And the first time we played together, it hit me. I said, "Wow, this is something special. We're gonna be doing something really good with this." And then, of course, COVID hit, and that kind of put the kibosh on everything, that all the shows we were doing, and all of the places that we were playing. But then slowly we did still rehearse together. We did it over House Party, I think it was. Is that the app, House Party? And everybody would be on the screen, and we'd all do our parts. It was kind of a miscombobulated rehearsal, but we still did, rehearse, and we still kept our chops up and everything. And then as soon as that subsided, everything opened wide up. People were clamoring to have entertainment and go out and enjoy themselves again. And boy, oh boy, we took off like a rocket. And we played many of the towns and the cities. They have these concert series under the stars, and they would advertise the group, and we would get 2,500 people would come to the shows on the greens. And then, we do the studios, the shows, the clubs, and some of the opera houses and some of the larger theaters. And it's really been very rewarding. I really enjoy doing it. Hope that we can continue to do it. It's we're very blessed. Let's put it that way, to be able to be doing this right now.
I have a couple questions for you, and then Doctor, you could ask him something until John gets situated. So, okay, Jukebox 45. How'd you get the name?
I got the name because of course, everybody remembers the jukebox.
Sure. In the 50s, though.
Right. Inside the jukebox was the 45 records.
Yes.
So
okay.
We play the songs as closely as possible to the original recordings, the way they originally were recorded. So our first album, we do 14 songs on there, and we try to, as closely as possible, like I said, the way they were originally recorded and the way they were meant to be heard. And that's the name, Jukebox 45. And of course, I found out later on, down in South Carolina, there was another band called Jukebox 45. So I changed the name to Jukebox 45 Show Band, because that's what we are. We're a show band.
Okay.
And we come out and we have the silver sparkle jackets, and we do a whole show. It's a great time. But that's how we got the name. The 45 in the jukebox.
I love that. I was honored to meet you at Letty's, so that was really cool too. But now, okay. So what'd you think of Elvis?
Elvis was, to me, larger than life.
Yes.
And I loved his music. We do some of his tunes.
Yeah.
And oddly enough, and I think I mentioned this to you, but for the sake of the other guys,
yep.
I got a phone call from a promoter down in Pittsburgh, and he called me and said, "Listen," and I know the guy pretty good, Terrence Barr, his name is, and he said, "You didn't pick up your phone just a few minutes ago, did you?" And I said, "No, Terrence. Why? How do you know that?" He goes, "Well, that was Elvis Aaron Presley Jr. calling you." And I said, "No, come on." He goes, "No, seriously, he wants to talk to you." And I said, "All right, well, let me call him back." And we had the opportunity to meet with him and talk with him. And we were scheduled to do a a show with him in Ecuador, South America. One night, Ecuador, South America, big show. We were going to back him because we did an Elvis tribute show with a tribute artist, and so we did all of the songs in his father's key. So we had no trouble being able to step right in and do them because he sang all the songs in his father's original keys, and he was so excited about it, you know. And then, of course, you know, this COVID thing really screwed everybody up. I mean, we had everything all set up. We had our tickets, not our tickets, our passports, and everything go. And then, of course, you know, everything just went dead.
Well, I was honored to have interviewed him too.
Yeah, you did interview him.
Got it.
Right?
And he sent. I was looking for his folder. He sent me a message. So I have it framed in my Elvis poker room.
Mm-hmm.
He said, Jewel, you are one of the greatest of interview radio hosts, blah, blah, blah. And I went, OMGGG, I'm framing this. And I did. I framed it in my Elvis poker room.
Yeah, I just recently had some communication with him about maybe a week ago. And he's doing very well down in Nashville. Of course, they just had a big tornado down there. I don't know what's going on with that. But he had a couple of independent radio station hits. And he's been, I guess he's with a girl who has her own recording studio. And they are together. And he's been working with her pretty closely. But we would like to get something else going. This fellow, Terrence Barr, who owns DJ Concert Productions down in Hazleton, Pennsylvania, he's been under the weather lately. He's had a few setbacks with his health, but he's coming along great. And we hope to eventually get another show lined up with him.
Okay.
And
well, let him know. Listen, I want to do another interview with him on Zoom so we could see each other. The other one was through RTR on phone. Please hook it up for me. Tell him you're my friend.
Oh, yeah. I already mentioned, well, you know, I'll be talking to him again.
All right, good. I want to do, and you know, all right. So now, hello to Gary. We love you, man. He just said hello to us. So, John, can you hear us? All right, Gino, take the mic. That's okay. Talk to Gerald.
Yeah, Gerald, I just want to make a comment.
Yeah, I'm on YouTube.
Okay, can you, all right, do you want something you want to say to Gerald?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Do you want to say something to Gerald?
He's getting delay again.
All right. Doctor, you talk to Gerald. John, it's not good. Not good.
Yeah, Jerry, I want you, yeah.
Well, go ahead, John. Go ahead.
No good. John, it's not good, sweetie. It's not good.
I just want to thank Jerry for inducting me into the group.
Yeah, that's right. So John has done so much for us, helping me get interviews and putting connections together where I can make contact with other promoters and people who are interested in this kind of music. And so I recently sent him one of our doo-wop T-shirts with the billboard on the back of the group, the logo. And I've made him an honorary member, the 6th member of the Jukebox 45 show band.
Nice.
Yeah, there's the shirt right there.
Yes, very cool.
Connecticut's premier 50s and 60s doo-wop oldies group. Yeah, that's the shirt, John. Wear it in good health, my friend. And I wish you lived a little closer. I'd make you our manager.
Yeah, right. Hello to Dominic Paradise, my Long Island City.
Oh, yeah.
Hey, what's going on, man? Bye.
So, John, do you have a question for Gerald? It's such a delay for him.
I know that's the problem. I know.
All right.
I want to ask you, do I get a gold jacket suit?
Okay, John, so this is the deal, okay? I've got to meet you in person, and we have a silver sparkle jacket for you when next time we get together, okay? I hope to get down there at some point for the luncheons, when they sponsor those luncheons.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah,
go ahead. About 4.5 hour ride for me.
Yeah.
But, I mean, John is set up. So
I asked I asked George Galfo that of the Mystics, and he said he don't do that.
Oh, with the jackets, yeah. Well, we're not George Galfo, and we've got a jacket for you when next time I see you. Like I said, I wish you lived a little closer. But one of these days, I am going to get down there. I'm going to make it a point to make one of the luncheons, because John gives me the notifications all the time on the Facebook Messenger. And it's inopportune many times for me.
Gerald, just so you know, I will be there in January and then not until April. So maybe if you can make April, because my shows are on Tuesdays.
That sounds like a plan, because
All right.
April is not a bad month for me to get down there, and I will touch base with you on it, and we'll work.
Cool.
Okay. I was going to try to get down to the Goodfellas Club, because the last time when we were down there, we were played for Alex Augustine's homecoming, and then of course we all know what happened there, and so Jackie Nunez asked me if we would come down and perform. But unfortunately, we were booked, so we were not able to come down this time, and I felt really bad. But
I'll be there. I'll be there this month for the family. Hello to Toronto.
Of course, that's Kevin Masker over there.
Oh, Kevin, Kevin,
we love Kevin.
We love
That
Kevin.
was a great rendition of the Christmas song yesterday. I heard it on the.
Hey, Kevin.
So, John, I know you're getting a little bit of a delay. But what would you like to talk to Gerald about?
I posted that.
10-second delay, I think it is.
Yeah.
It's a long delay. It really is.
Yeah, I counted.
Yeah, hold on a second. Yeah, I'm waiting for his. I'm waiting for his next CD. I got the first one.
Yeah. So this is the next CD. I don't know if you can see it. It's the Chicago Theater with our name on the marquee, and we have been running into all kinds of, like today, very similar to today, trying to get everybody coordinated.
Yes.
So the same thing is happening with our CD. We went into the studio in the spring of last year, and we have had one setback after the next. So we decided that we're not going to go to production on the CD until it's the way I want it, the way I want it to be. Because once you produce it, it's out there forever. And you always say to yourself, I wish I had done it different. I wish I did this a different way. So what we did was we shelved it for now. We're going to take a breather over the holidays, and we're going to revisit it after the first of the year. Some of the issues that we were having were between the producer that we have doing the record is a great guy. He's done many different things. But in order for us to get on the same page, the way I envision something and the way somebody else envisions it, plus the engineer who's hearing it a different way, we want to keep it like very, very grassroots kind of sound. We don't want. Back in the day, they only had 2-track recorders. It wasn't that sophisticated, and I want to keep it that way. And so did the producer. But we have to get it right and get everything lined up just so. And then when it's ready to go, we'll send it in. I mean, I'm already lined up with disc maker. We have the quote and everything to do it, but I just decided that I wanted to wait on it.
Okay. So, John, we can hear your YouTube, honey. You've got to turn that off. We can't. Yeah, we're getting feedback from that. We can hear that you're listening to something. So, all right, Doc G, what would you like to say to Gerald?
Every time I try to say something, then John says, and I don't want to cut him off.
I know.
Yeah, okay. I show up.
Okay. Go ahead, John Terlizzi. Let Doc G say something to Gerald, and then it's your turn again. Okay, Doc G.
All right, Gerald. So you've been playing music a long time. What is a lot of the songs feature in the Jukebox 45 band? So people
okay.
Songs to listen to.
I'm sorry, Gino. What did you say?
What are some of the songs from Jukebox 45 band that people will know that you guys play? Like from what bands?
Okay, well, we were very inspired by the Duprees,
Mm-hmm.
and we do Have You Heard? We do You Belong to Me. And we do several others by them, but those two are on the CD. We do Fred Paris and the Five Satins. Of course, Fred and I lived in the same city of New Haven, and he actually recorded the song in the church that I attended when I was younger, at St. Bernadette's Church. And we do In the Still of the Night, and we do that as a tribute to him. We do the Cleftones, Herbie Cox. We do Bobby Mansfield and the Wrens. Come My Love. We do I Believe. We always close our shows with I Believe, Larry Chance and the Earls.
Beautiful.
I had a chance to talk to Larry quite a few times, and he was very, enamored with the song, the way we did it. And I told him the reason why we did that song, because years ago, I had heard him do it. Again, I was maybe 12 years old. And I was so moved by that song. I said, someday I'm going to do that song. And we did. We did do it.
Oh, wow.
We do Till Then by the Classics. And every now and again, I'll say hello to Al Contrara.
Yeah, love him.
Bass singer in Hushabye there with the Mystics. There's 14 songs altogether. They're all very recognizable songs. We do the Big Joe Turner version of Shake, Rattle, and Roll. And we have our horn section, we have tenor sax and baritone sax. So it really is a nice sound when you put it together, But the albums, let me see. Yeah, I don't have one handy, but they're all very recognizable songs.
And where can we get the CD? On your website? On your
the
Facebook
website.
page?
You can get them through the website and directly through me, and I can get them sent out. I send them right through the mail. Do you have the CD, John? There, yeah, there it is.
He
Right
does.
there.
I don't. Think
I have them. I have them too. He showed it. Yep.
Yeah,
that's awesome.
Yeah.
They got to get on the radio here. So a lot of the groups that you mentioned, a lot of people don't remember, but they know the songs.
Yes.
Yeah.
What do you think? How do you think that people know people in the band just by the song?
Oh yeah. As soon as they hear the first few notes of the song, I mean, it's very obvious because these songs have been heard so many times worldwide, and then it doesn't take long for people to catch on. They might not remember the name of the song or the artist, but they know the tune, they know very well. Yeah. I'll get you a CD. All of the songs that we did, we went through the Harry Fox agency in New York City.
Okay.
So we did it the right way, and we can sell the music, we can play it, we can use it on a commercial, anything, because it's all the copyrighted stuff is all taken care of, and everybody gets their royalties. So Harry Fox agency in New York City does all that for us.
Yeah, actually, a friend of mine, Bob O'Brien, he's an ex DJ.
He
You know Bob?
Yeah, he wasn't with the Duprees for a little bit years ago.
Well, he was a DJ with a lot of radio stations. I think you're thinking of a different Bob O'Brien. There's like two different Bob O'Briens.
Yeah. Okay. I must be thinking of the other guy because I don't think he was a DJ.
No, it's a different guy. This guy is affiliated with Harry Fox as well. He's friends with Harry Fox.
Yeah, it's a good, let's put it this way: the artists they deserve their royalties.
Yes, they do.
Come out there, and again, I'm all about doing it just the right way, so we don't have any problems or any worries or anything like that. And I hold the mechanical license for it. So, if there's any problems, we can produce that. And they said, as long as you don't go over 2 million copies.
Oh, wow. Okay.
I said, okay, that's fine.
One more question, Gerald. One more question. How did you pick the songs? Because there's so many great songs.
Well, each one of these songs that I put on the CD means something to me personally, and the band too, but mostly to me. Some of them have to do with the first girl I ever laid eyes on and fell in love with, and she didn't know I existed. But all these songs have to do with being in love, heartbreak, all the emotions of life, that people can identify with. And I think that's why the music still lives today, because everybody could identify with this music. Everybody's been through these emotions, heartbreak, unrequited love, being dropped dead in love with somebody. And so each one of these songs meant something to me, and that's the reason why I did it.
Wow. Go ahead, John. Go ahead, John
John
Terlizzi or
Terlizzi,
Jerry.
come
Go
on,
ahead.
take the mic, baby. He will hear that in about 5 seconds.
No, you can't make this stuff up, guys. I swear.
Okay, I was going to. I'm a little slow. You know what I mean? Jerry,
Take the mic.
I love the CD. In the Still of the Night. Have you heard? Oh yeah, Double Over Angel. Yeah, great song.
Yeah. Fred Parris's wife, Emma, she follows us on Facebook, and every now and again she'll make a comment about, the song or whatever. And it's always nice to hear that from people who enjoy this music. We hope to continue to play this music for many years. When we play out we do the summer concert series for these towns and cities. We get people from all ages that come to hear us. And you would not believe how many young people in their 20s come up to us and say, "Oh man, that was such a great night." I said, "I was dancing arm in arm with my girlfriend all night, and we slow danced and we had a great time. Thank you so much for the night." And to me, that's worth the price of admission right there. I mean, you can stop that. We're shaping the future of America with the songs that we grew up with. And I'm not saying it's everybody, but there's still people that come out that really enjoy this music. Younger folks.
Hi, Karen. We love you, girl. I want to comment on what you just said, Jer. So I've interviewed a lot of up and coming indie artists, right? And some, I'm not kidding you, one was 8 years old. Some are 10, some are 12, some are right up to 18, 20, 21. And I'm not kidding you. I ask them all the same thing about what do they think of the oldies? What do they think of doo-wop, Elvis? Every one of them has said, not only did they love it all, if it wasn't for them, they wouldn't be singing. So it's more than you think, Jer. It's more than you think.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you.
Amazing.
These emotions are very, very powerful. Love is a very strong emotion. And that's, I think, what hooked me when I was a kid. I mean, I had never been in love before when I was 7 years old, but I knew there was something about the words and the sound and the music that meant something to somebody, and I connected with it right away,
So beautiful. So, all right, other than like we've talked about Elvis, and who else really made an impact on you? And who did you get to meet that you always wanted to meet? And who did you not get to meet that you wish you could have?
Well, of course, I met Larry Chance, which was one of my idols
Me
growing up.
too.
And I got to meet Bob Miranda at he was with the Happenings. See You in September was their big hit. Fred Parris. Not too many do. I mean, I got to meet some of the groups, like in New Haven. There was a group called the Academics, and one of the singers is still around, and I got a chance to. He had a chance to sing with us, and it was a great time down at the offshore restaurant. But
who did you not get to meet?
I really, really wanted to meet Elvis.
Of course, come on.
I wanted to meet him. And Karen Carpenter also lived in my neighborhood, but she wasn't there when I was there. She had already moved out to California by the time I had gotten over to her neighborhood. They used to come back every year around Christmas time, and visit the neighborhood and the friends and everybody. And her brother Richard Carpenter, still comes around. And I thought her voice was so beautiful, and I wish I had gotten the chance to meet her, But of course, she passed away. But that was one person I really wanted to meet. Yes.
Tell everyone, Jared, before we forget, all your info, how to get your CDs, whatever else you want to tell them. The mic is yours.
Okay. Well, the Facebook page tells it all. Facebook page is Jukebox 45 Show Band. That's Jukebox 45 Show Band. We have almost 3,000 followers that are contributing on the page. All my contact information is on the page, and my phone number, and everything you need to find out about the band is on that page. We also have a worldwide web page, which is jukebox45.us. That's jukebox45.us. And on there, it tells what the band is all about, what inspired us, how to get in touch with us. It shows our bookings, and that's about the main ways that we can be reached.
Perfect. So now, John Terlizzi, I'm going to give you the opportunity now to say your last words to Gerald. Okay, I know we have a little delay, but give him about 5 seconds, guys.
Mm-hmm.
So he'll hear it. 3, 2, 1.
Okay, Jerry. I'm sorry for the delay, but I love. Okay, I met Jerry.
Okay. Now we
Yeah, I met Jerry online, and we became friends. And he sent me the CD, and I love his music.
Thank you, John.
Beautiful. Now, Doc G. Okay, mute John now if you can. I'm not sure. Just so we can get this going now, because I still hear some backdrop. Now, Doc G, what would you like to say to Gerald?
Well, you're an extraordinary person, and I'd like to hear the band more. I want my listeners to hear the band, the radio station. So definitely I get them CDs from you or get them to me or something, or even MP3s. I can put them on, at least in January, starting January. But I love all the bands and all the music that you mentioned. Even my daughters in the 20s love that kind of music. So when you said young people love that music, it's everybody loves that music. Yeah. Even young rockers, young older. I mean, I interview a lot of heavy metal musicians. They love that music. Yeah, they really do. So it's just a pleasure to have you here, to talk to you, and and learn about your band.
Likewise, thank you very much. I really appreciate those kind of words. I will get those. I have plenty of the MP3 files I could send to you. You can get them today if you want. And I really enjoyed talking to everybody on the show. I hope maybe we can do it again at another time. I did a show with Jerry.
A while ago.
2 years ago.
Yep.
Yeah, and we had the whole band. We were all in the same room together.
Oh, I'd like to see that one.
Yeah, it's on her archives, but it's a lot easier. Believe me when I say this, it's a lot easier to do it by myself because you have 5 guys that want to say something, and Jerry did a great job. She got everybody lined up, just so, and it was a good show. I thought it was a pretty good show, but despite all the people, we had 5 people in the room, but it was good.
It was you were live in my studio, right?
Yeah. Yep.
It was at the other studio, Doc G. You weren't there. Ruben was there.
Oh, okay. That's why.
It was at our studio, yes. But I could pull it up for you. And I also have a lot of Gerald's MP3s, I believe, too.
Okay.
So, but send them also. You can send them to me or Doc G, Gerald, whatever. Yeah. If you have my email, not a problem.
You want to text me your.
Yeah, I'll send it directly to you.
And I'll get it out. I'll get it out to you right away.
Thank you.
Right
so I want to say, first off, thank you to John Terlizzi for including me in this incredible interview. John's had a lot of tech issues today, and I'm so sorry, sweetheart.
Yeah,
but that's okay. We see your beautiful face, and you got to say a few beautiful words. So I want to thank John Terlizzi for his doo-wop and golden memory show here on Hamilton Radio, and me co-hosting him with most of them. And I want to thank Doc G for getting this thing together for us. And I want to thank Gerald Fanfarelli, everybody, my Jer, okay? Because listen, we all love you. We all love the Jukebox 45. You're keeping the music alive. And there's not a soul out there, and I don't care what their age, that when they listen to that music, they don't love it. So thank you. Thank you. Everybody, please, please share this. And I want to thank everybody that gave us a hello. Okay, so everybody, please share this show. Thank you, Jared. Thank you, John.
Happy holidays, everybody.
Yes.
Happy holidays.
Bye-bye.
John, does John want to say anything else or no?
I think
John, you want to say goodbye too before we go?
Happy holidays.
okay.
Happy holidays.
Okay.
Beautiful.
Bye, everybody.
Here we go.
And God bless you.
Yay.
Okay.